Nobody expected the night to end this way. What should have been the happiest moment of Will Spencer's life turned into a public heartbreak that left everyone speechless. One question echoed through the room after Electra's shocking response. Why would she reject the man she claimed to love? And that was only the beginning. Will had planned everything perfectly. The setting was romantic, the timing felt right, and his confidence seemed unshakable. Friends and family believed they were about to witness a beautiful new chapter. But hidden beneath Electra's smile was a secret struggle nobody noticed. The warning signs had been there all along. As Will dropped to one knee, the room held its breath. His heartfelt words painted a future filled with love, trust, and commitment. For a brief moment, Electra looked emotional enough to say yes. Then something changed in her expression. It was as if a terrifying thought suddenly crossed her mind. Instead of accepting the ring, Electra stepped backward. The silence became unbearable. Guests exchanged confused glances while Will stood frozen in disbelief. Had she misunderstood the question? Was she overwhelmed by emotion? Or was something much deeper happening behind the scenes? That's when the tension exploded. Before we uncover what Electra may really be hiding, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts below. Do you think Electra made the right decision? Or is she about to lose the love of her life? Because the next twist changes everything. Electra's rejection wasn't loud or dramatic. In fact, her answer was surprisingly calm. She simply told Will she wasn't ready for marriage. But those words carried enough weight to shatter his entire world. Why would someone deeply in love walk away from such a moment? The answer wasn't what anyone expected. Will tried to remain composed, but the pain on his face was impossible to hide. He had invested his heart in this relationship and believed they were moving toward forever. Suddenly that future seemed uncertain. Yet Electra appeared just as devastated. Was she protecting herself, or protecting him? Back at Forrester, rumors began spreading quickly. Some believed Electra feared commitment. Others suspected there was another reason entirely. In a town where secrets rarely stay buried, speculation became impossible to control. But one theory stood above all the others, and it threatened to destroy everything. What if Electra wasn't rejecting marriage itself? What if she was rejecting Will specifically? The possibility sent shockwaves through those closest to the couple. Could her feelings have changed without anyone noticing? Or had she been hiding doubts for months? The truth remained frustratingly out of reach. Then came the first major twist. Sources close to Electra noticed unusual behavior in the days leading up to the proposal. She seemed distracted, nervous, and emotionally distant. Was she wrestling with cold feet? Or had she recently learned information that changed her entire perspective? The mystery deepened rapidly. Meanwhile, Will couldn't stop replaying the moment in his head. Every conversation, every promise, every shared dream suddenly felt different. Had he missed something important? Was there a clue hidden in plain sight? The more he searched for answers, the more confused he became. And then another bombshell surfaced. Someone close to the situation hinted that Electra had been keeping a major secret. Not a small misunderstanding. Something significant enough to make marriage feel impossible. If true, this revelation could explain everything. But it could also trigger consequences nobody was prepared for. Electra finally confided in a trusted friend. She admitted feeling trapped by expectations. Everywhere she turned, people assumed marriage was the next logical step. Yet her heart wasn't at peace. Was commitment arriving too quickly? Or was she sensing danger that others couldn't see? Her confession raised even more questions. The second major twist arrived unexpectedly. Rumors suggested that Electra's fears weren't about love at all. Instead, they were connected to a shocking family issue that had recently resurfaced. If the speculation proved true, her entire future could be affected. Suddenly, her rejection looked very different. Will eventually confronted Electra in private. He demanded honesty. No more vague explanations. No more emotional walls. He deserved the truth. But when Electra looked into his eyes, she struggled to speak. What she wanted to reveal could change their relationship forever. And she knew it. For a moment, it seemed she might finally tell him everything. Her voice trembled. Tears filled her eyes. The atmosphere became painfully tense. Then she stopped herself. Whatever secret she carried remained locked away. Why was she so afraid of revealing it? The answer remained hidden in darkness. As pressure mounted, family members began choosing sides. Some supported Electra's decision to wait. Others believed she was making a terrible mistake. Emotions ran high. Friendships became strained. Even people who rarely got involved found themselves pulled into the conflict. But nobody knew the full story. Then came the third major twist. A surprising clue suggested Electra may have been planning to leave Los Angeles entirely. The possibility stunned everyone. Was she preparing a fresh start away from Will? Or was she trying to escape a problem following her from the shadows? Suddenly everything felt uncertain. Will refused to give up. Despite his heartbreak, he remained convinced their connection was real. He believed there had to be another explanation behind her rejection. But how long could he continue fighting for someone who kept pushing him away? Time was running out fast. As the pieces slowly came together, a disturbing pattern emerged. Every time marriage entered the conversation, Electra's anxiety intensified. This wasn't ordinary hesitation. It looked like genuine fear. Fear of what exactly? Nobody could say for certain. Yet the clues pointed toward something much bigger. Finally, Electra stood alone and faced a painful truth. She loved Will deeply. That wasn't the issue. The real problem was whether she trusted herself enough to make a lifelong promise. Could she commit without destroying the future they both wanted? Her internal battle was reaching its breaking point. Then came the revelation that changed everything. Electra wasn't rejecting Will because she didn't love him. She was rejecting the version of life everyone expected her to accept. For months, she had been struggling with doubts about her future, her identity, and her place in the world. Nobody saw that coming. The realization hit Will like a wave. This wasn't about betrayal. It wasn't about another man. It wasn't even about the relationship itself. Electra was fighting a battle inside her own heart. But would understanding her fears be enough to save them? The answer remained painfully unclear. As word spread through Los Angeles, reactions were divided. Some admired Electra's honesty. Others questioned whether she had made a catastrophic mistake. One thing became certain. Their story was far from over. In fact, it might only be entering its most dangerous chapter yet. Now Will stands at a crossroads. Does he wait for the woman he loves to find clarity? Or does he walk away before his heart suffers even more damage? And if Electra finally conquers her fears, will it already be too late to repair what was broken? The next chapter may reveal a truth nobody is ready to hear.